Venezuela, and they were asked about regime change, and they didn't give a very clear answer. Listen to Lindsey Graham.
Has the administration properly articulated the objective here with Venezuela?
I think they've articulated their legal authority. I think they've articulated how they decide to blow somebody up and not. But I want clarity right here. President Trump is saying his days are numbered. That seems to me that he's got to go. If it's the goal of taking him out because he's a threat to our country, then say it. And what happens next? Don't you think most people want to know that? They gave an answer that was confusing to me.
Confusing to me.
If they were confused, if it was confusing to him, imagine all the rest of us.
Yeah, that's
okay. Right. So part of the answer here you may find buried in the national security strategy that the administration turned out.
Absolutely.
And it focuses on the Western Hemisphere in a way that previous national security strategies have not, and then names what they call a Trump corollary to the Monroe Doctrine. We actually heard Donald Trump talking about the Monroe Doctrine.
The Donroe Doctrine.
Well, he then went on to Donroe. He went from Monroe to Donroe. The Trump corollary basically says we assert the right to go into any country whose internal troubles are creating a threat to us in the region. Mm-hmm. And that's a pretty broad mandate out there. One I'm not sure sits so well with the MAGA crowd, right? But that essentially is the fundamental argument they're making. And it's completely up to them about what constitutes the reason to do it.
Before you jump in, I just wanted you to weigh in about just how long Republicans could stick around and stand with the president on this. Just look at the polling from Quinnipiac poll about whether to support U.S. military action inside Venezuela. Republicans, 52% support, 33% oppose. That's not a great number for Trump when it comes to Republicans. Typically, it's much higher than that when it comes to GOP on any number of issues. But the independent number, 68% oppose military action in Venezuela. And then you look at someone like a Brian Fitzpatrick, who is a swing district Republican, one of 3 Republicans in districts that Kamala Harris won, saying the only country that the United States of America should be running is the United States of America. I suspect you may hear more of that if this drags on.
Yeah, and it's concerning. It should be concerning for the president that you're hearing that from moderates like Brian Fitzpatrick and from some of the far-right sort of MAGA podcaster types. Now, again, for now, there hasn't been a full-on revolt from Republicans, I think, because everyone is waiting to understand what exactly we are doing here. And for that, I do want to talk about Marco Rubio for a second, because this is, from everyone that I've talked to, this is Marco Rubio driven. Someone